strategy. Let's look at a bit of the history of Snowflake. So as you can see here on the slides, each dot represents a customer, an organization that is using Snowflake. And you see those lines between those dots, that shows the data collaboration between those organizations. So that could be the live data query, between different organizations, could be the sharing of data between those customers and the partners. So you can see here, only within 4 years, there is exponential growth of the Snowflake ecosystem. So as a Snowflake customer, you will be able to actually collaborate with your colleagues, with your peers, with other organizations, with customers, with your suppliers, with your partners. So this is the power of the data cloud, which is a connected network. So today we're going to focus on 3 pillars. So firstly, we'll talk about how Snowflake can help you to simplify your data foundation, to help you to have a secured environment that have all your different data protected and also be available for different type of users so you can get the most value out of it. You can model it, you can enrich it, and also you can visualize it. After you have a strong data foundation, we can look at how to get insights out of the data. Then we will move on to the second pillar, which is about how Snowflake provide different features and tools to help you to accelerate your AI. So from the previous polling results, I saw some of you are still a bit scared about this whole AI thing, and also wondering about how we can get a real value out of it rather than just talking all the stories on internet. So we will share with you different tools, different capabilities within Snowflake to get value out of your strong data foundation to accelerate your AI strategy. And then after that, we'll talk about how to scale with applications. So those are for the business users who probably never going to touch SQL or Python. And then how do they get value from the data, from AI, from all the great model that you've been building, and also from the large language model that you want to provide the business insights so they can make fast decisions to contribute to your business. Okay, now let's tap into the first one. So nowadays, every organization are struggling with data silos. So this has been a very common issue around the world. So for the customer we've been working with, we heard that many organizations, they have data in different places. So could be data in different database, could be file in different locations, could also be applications that generate system records, but in all different ways, on-premise, in different cloud provider environments. And those silos prevent people from getting value out of it because the business user, even developers, they need to spend a lot of time to figure out where to find the data that they can trust. And after finding the data, they also need to gain the confidence on the data. And it's very difficult to achieve that level of confidence if the data is coming from all different places in different shape and format. And sometimes the organization go to 2 extremes. One is they just lock down everything for the protection of the data. Then that's actually hold back the value of the data that could have been provided to the developers, to the business users. They won't be able to get insight out of that data. Then on the other hand, some organizations may choose to open everything, but that increases the security risk. And also, there's no way you can track who is using what data and what is the business outcome of those data if they still sit into silos without well-designed security mechanism. So Snowflake is the data platform that can help you to eliminate those data silos. So that starts with our unique architecture design. In the middle, you can see Snowflake has very smart separation between storage and computing. So all your different type of data, no matter is structured data that is generated from your, say, your ERP system, CRM system, or unstructured data, those image files, PDF files that's generated from other platforms, semi-structured data, those log files generated by system, or even the external data, open source in iceberg table format. We can help you to manage all those different type of data in the optimized storage environment. And there is no cost if you are not computing, if you're not processing those data. You only need to pay a very little amount of the cost for storing those data. But when you need to put the data into the work, when you need to put some computing on the data to enrich it, to model it, or to visualize it, that comes to our elastic multi-cluster compute environment. So that's the environment that allows you to choose the language that you prefer. Could be Python, SQL, Java, Scala, and even be, arbitrary use cases in the containerized workload environment. So all those different ways of computing power will be provided to you, and you can choose to scale up, scale down, scale out by second. So you have control of the computing power, and you have control of the cost. When particular part of the data is not working, is not being processed, you pay nothing for that part of the data. And then if you want to scale up particular workloads to have the maximum amount of computing power on that particular workload, is also in your control. And also you can choose to allocate as much as possible RAM and CPU, and even for certain region, you have a GPU computing power on those workloads, all under your control. And then on top of that, multi-cluster computing environment that supports all different type of language that you see on the screen. We also have these cloud services created by Snowflake. So with those cloud services, we can provide an optimal orchestration of the work that you are sending to your data. So all you have to do is just to tell Snowflake what work you want to do, which part of data you want to touch, and also what type of user will be using those data. And we will figure out, what's the security policy and what are roles of the users and whether they're allowed to do it. And also all the auditing will be recorded in the Snowflake environment. So you can see here, with those multiple layers of architecture design, we give you a connected environment. We give you the data cloud that can help you to store your data, process your data, and also help you to protect, orchestrate between different workloads, and also have this network effect with other organizations. And that's give you the single platform that can support any architecture that you would like to have for your data environment. The Snowflake can be your data warehouse to have all the traditional data modeling, star schema, Snowflake schema to gather data from your system of records and have analysis out of it. But it can also be your data lake. So if you have unstructured data, semi-structured data, you will have unlimited storage for those different type of data. Can also be external iceberg table data and can be managed within Snowflake, and can also be your data lake house that sits in the middle to help you to have different type of data and run AI ML workloads on top of those data. And Snowflake, with our security mechanism, with our data sharing capability, without the need of extract, transform, and load, Snowflake can also be your data mesh and data fabric. So with this single platform, we can help to support all different type of workloads, no matter how complex it is or how big the volume of data that you have. And when we talk about our scalability, our computing power, we're not just talking. We also have customer tangible results that can share with you. So here I just want to give you some statistic from our global customers. So you can see here, each in January this year, on average, every day, the Snowflake data cloud will process more than 4.2 billion queries in the data cloud. That's a huge number. There's a lot of data processing and query going on. And also our largest customer table, there are 82 trillion records in that table, and we managed, scaling up, scaling down, no problem. And almost more than 200,000 number of queries can be executed in 1 single minute by a large customer that we have. So think about it, 1 minute, more than 200,000 queries, how many were running per second? And that is the scalability of Snowflake. That's the performance we can provide to you. And the last but not least, amongst our top 5 largest customers, we are helping them to manage 186 petabytes of data. So as you can see here, we are more than confident to help you to support your different type of data, no matter how big the volume is, no matter how complex the processing, modeling, and the visualization computing request is. Snowflake Horizon is a set of a tool that we can help you to secure your data. So with the data coming from different places, it can be your structured data, semi-structured data, unstructured data, even open source formats, iceberg table data. We can help you to manage all that data in the secured environment with different capabilities and tools under this name Horizon. We can also help to tag the data. As soon as the PII data, personal identifiable information, come into the data cloud, we can help you to automate the tagging of the data. And also we encrypt the data, we protect the data by role-based security access control. So you will be able to decide what security policy to allow or disallow the certain usage of data. You have the confidence of getting the most value out of data without concerns around security, the data protection, and also the usage, how the data being discovered, being shared, be curated, or being used for AI model training. That's all tracked as well. So if you come in from the administration's point of view, you can also understand how your data is protected, not only protected, but how the data is used. So if you identify certain area that you want to change the policy, you can make it happen straight away within one single data cloud. You don't have to go to different login system, managing different, overlapping security policies, because Snowflake Horizon is managing that for all your needs within a single data cloud. And also collaboration is very important. We briefly mentioned about that at the beginning of this presentation. So Snowflake will allow different business units within your organization to share the data between each other. So they can quickly identify the data that's been curated, been processed by different business units. So you can encourage more collaboration from different line of business within your organization. But also you can have similar type of collaboration with other organizations. So no matter is by listing those data on the Snowflake marketplace, that can help you to make your data assets discoverable. And also if you have the needs, you can monetize it. But also you can do the private sharing with your customers, with your suppliers, with your business partners, and then have this secured environment for different organizations to collaborate to find data or even applications, what we call native app on top of your data. Then you can have much stronger collaboration. And in certain type of use cases, we can also help you to get value from double-blind joining. So let's say one organization wants to share the data to join with the organization from the data from the other organization without revealing sensitive information. We have this clean room capability that can help you to have those data joined without revealing the sensitive part. So both organizations will be benefit from that data collaboration. And all this sharing, this collaboration, this discoverability of the data doesn't require the data extract, transform, and load, which is the process that's been going on for many, many years, and also the process that's creating data silos, increasing the complexities of the data movement, and also increasing the security risk. With Snowflake Data Cloud, with our collaboration capability, you don't have to have unnecessary ETL process anymore. Okay, so we talk about how Snowflake can give you a strong data foundation by storing, processing, and protecting all your different type of data. Strong security control around the data and make it discoverable with our collaboration capability. Now, with that strong data foundation, now let's look at how you can get value from the data, how you can enrich the data, how you can use the data to train your AI model, how can you visualize the data so you will get business insight, you will have this prediction recommendation capability from the data that you have in the Snowflake Data Cloud. So within Snowflake, we provide different capabilities to cater for different type of users. So most of organizations will have a large group of business analysts. So those business analysts, they are not like hardcore developers, but they're comfortable with SQL and Python. So for those business analysts, we have the capabilities that allow them to get value from AI within seconds. So we have out-of-box functions for those business analysts to call the AI functions, to call the large language model functions to get value out of just through a few lines of code. So for example, by calling one single function with the Snowflake ML capability, the business analyst, they can get prediction on time series information. And also they can call the Cortex large language model based functions to get some processing from the unstructured data, such as summarizing the information or provide sentiment analysis. And all of that just by simply calling the out-of-box functions we provide. So that's what we call using data in everyday analytics within seconds. And then also some organization will also have developers, have data scientists who is comfortable, building some customized front end on top of data to build some, visualizations with customized model training or train some AI models from scratch. So then we also have that capability to help those data scientists, data engineers, developers to get value either within a few minutes by leveraging Streamlit, which is open source framework using Python to create customized application on top of data or the ML models. Or if you want to train the model with your data, we also can help the data scientists from your organization to get the custom model trained within hours. So within Snowflake, we're also using our capability to help run our own business. So for example, we have internally, we have dozens, Streamlit application going on to help different type of employees within Snowflake. Can be, sales managers, marketing directors, or head of engineering, developers to help get value from our business operations data. All of those capabilities that help you to get AI value within a few seconds or minutes or hours, still governed by that Horizon toolset, if you still remember from the previous few pages. So that's will keep the data, not only the data, but also your model, the AI model you trained from the data, and also applications with graphical user interface, protected, secured, and governance in the same data cloud. So not only you can help to protect your data, you also know, which model, which data applications you want to make available to different type of users, and who are using those models and who are using those applications is all under control. And this is a very, very important part of nowadays the AI use cases. Back to the polling result, there's still a big portion of you guys on the call a bit scared about using AI. And that's with this secure environment, with the protection mechanism on data, on model, and also on application, that can help you to address the concerns about the data security and also the tracking of the usage. Snowflake provides a single platform for end-to-end ML. So we have our native notebook that can help data scientists to visualize the data, process the data, enrich the data, and also build ML model on top of it. And also we have integration with Visual Studio Code. So if you prefer to use Visual Studio, you can also use that to connect to Snowflake Data Cloud and do your development from there. We provide, Snowpark ML modeling capability. So if you have large volume of data and then you want to train some model on top of data, we also allow you to do that within Snowflake. And after the model is trained, we'll move to production. And that's the area we see many organizations, they stumbled. Because when they train their model on the local environments, on some data scientists, laptop environment or development environments, they struggle to put that model on the latest accurate data. They struggle to update the data that support those models because those are separate systems, different environments, different storage, different security mechanism. With Snowflake, within the same platform, we help you to manage your ML ops. So we have a feature store for you to have the model that you trained in the same place. So the user can discover what are the different models available. They choose the model that they want to use. And also we have the model registry that for you to control, which user can use what type of model, and it will help you to do the versioning of your model and track the usage of your AI model within the same platform. And that's also, it's help you to always keep the model up to date with the latest information in your single data cloud environment, rather than using the traditional way, moving the model in one environment, then move the data from another environment, and then have more and more security risks created by that. And then in terms of consumption, we have this Streamlit open source framework for your developers to use a few lines of Python to put a user interface on top of your AI models. So for example, we have developers within Snowflake just use less than 20 lines of Python code, create a Streamlit app on top of a large language model. And that's all possible with the full end-to-end ML capability to help you to train the model, to leverage the model, and run the ML ops in the feature store and the model registry, and then put a user interface with a few lines of Python code on top of that. So as you can see here, there is all different capabilities within Snowflake's AI environments. If you are interested in a particular part of it, we're more than happy to engage you, to have a separate meetings or conversation about it. But what we want to show you here in this short presentation is we have this comprehensive platform that can meet you anywhere along with your AI strategy. So after you got a strong data strategy, data foundation with Snowflake Data Clouds, you may have different type of AI strategies. So you may have hardcore data scientists want to train the large language model from scratch using NVIDIA GPU resources. We give you that capability within Snowflake Data Cloud to do that. Or you may have some users who don't even know what LLM means. We don't even know the mechanism behind it. That's also okay. We provide the large language model functions out of box for those non-technical users to still get value from large language model, to provide the mechanism to help the business user to make the fast decision. And then last but not least, even as the user of Snowflake, so let's say you are a data engineer, you are a data administrator in the Snowflake data cloud, we also provide features such as universal search, Snowflake pilots to increase your productivity. So you can easily to find the asset within the Snowflake environment, which are the tables, the store procedures, or different type of codes. You use universal search to find it. And Snowflake Copilot will help you to generate SQL based on your natural language described queries and questions. Now, with the Snowflake machine learning environment capability, we can cater for not only the generative AI needs. So if you want to use large language model, if you want to have the human interaction with the model in natural language, we support that with our Cortex function, but also we provide value to predictive AI. So if we think about nowadays around the world, and also I saw that from the polling, some people saying, "Oh, I'm just getting enough of this hype about Gen AI." So Gen AI is very popular nowadays, is attracting a lot of attentions. Some organizations that are ready for it is ready getting value out of it, but still there's a large portion of the world they're getting the great value from predictive AI. So it can be the prediction, the forecasting, for the sales revenue projections, can be the anomaly detection, can be the clustering of your customer behavior information. So those predictive AIs are still the majority around the world in terms of the AI use case deployment. And also within Snowflake, you can still have rich features to help you to support those predictive AI use cases, while we're also on the cutting edge for generative AI by providing different large language models for you to get value out of that. So we talk about how to accelerate your AI strategy with the Snowflake strong data foundation. Now let's discuss about how to scale with applications. How can the value of your AI model, the enrichments, the predictions, the visualization, add value to business users? So those business users will be, the person who will probably never going to touch SQL or Python, but still need to make important business decisions on daily basis. So Snowflake provides environments from the beginning of our company history to generate value with the graphical interface with data applications for those business users. So if you see here on the left-hand side, those are a few examples of Streamlit data applications for the user to use to get some predictions, get some analysis, get some visualizations out of data, even some, across different type of structure, unstructured, and semi-structured data. And that can happen very quickly because Streamlit has very rich library for those Python data app developers to use. So within a few lines of code that can create those applications for business users. Or on the right-hand side, you can see those are the large organization actually creating applications for sophisticated products to generate revenue. So thinking about it, so Snowflake as the power engine behind that, but large organizations like Adobe, PowerSchool, or State Street, which is the largest asset management company in the US, they building those sophisticated products, rich applications with different roles, workflows, different business processes, different type of UIs, but sitting on top of Snowflake Data Cloud to get value from our data processing capability, to get value from our data governance and the protection capability, and also AI ML features. So this is the data application that you can make available with the Snowflake Data Cloud. And we also help you to distribute and monetize those applications in the data cloud. So the developers can develop different type of applications, no matter it's simple application with just a data pipeline, or the application with AI model, either predictive AI or generative AI. So those applications can be used for internal usage for business operations, but also can be put on the marketplace and then distributed around the 3 different cloud service providers within the Snowflake environment, and also can help you to accelerate your customers' adoption with the secure data and the controlled code. So Snowflake is based on the consumption of our customers. So when you make your application available to your customers for monetization purpose, you can also have the flexibility to charge your customers based on consumption, based on the way how they use your application. So you will lower the hurdle for your customers to adopt your application, which help you to streamline the monetization of your applications. And nowadays, you can see here, there are on average more than 52,000 number of visitors to Snowflake Marketplace per month, and more than 12,000 average views of the top 3 listing received per quarter. Globally, we've already got quite a few application providers getting close to $1 million revenue from the Snowflake data applications. With that, we come to Snowflake Marketplace to help you to share your applications, share your data pipeline for you to monetize what you build with the data apps. And this is a place also for consumer to go there to search, to find out the relevant applications or data services that they can get from the data app providers. This can help accelerate the procurement and access process for the consumer to get access to the application that they're interested in. And also there's significant reduce of the data integration cost because it's in the same data cloud, and then it can be deployed within only a few minutes comparing to the traditional model. You ship the application, you have the ETL process, data modeling process, which is very time consuming. So now there are more than 2,400 live, ready to use data sets, data services, and Snowflake native apps available. And there are more than 540 providers on Snowflake Marketplace across different categories. So our customers, our partners, they can go to the Snowflake Marketplace to find weather data, financial services data, geospatial data. They can have access to those offering of data pipeline to help them to get data from those traditional ERP systems or the application environments running on the cloud, but those connectors plug and play to help those consumers to get value, to get data out of those application environments, or it can be the application itself with the Snowflake's native app framework. The application can be designed and the packages and can also be made available in the containerized environment for the consumer to explore and get value out of data and deploy very quickly in their own environments, sitting on top of their own data. Okay, so quickly recap what was shared over here in the last 25 minutes. This is Snowflake is the data cloud, is a single platform that can help you to firstly simplify your data foundation. We help you to manage different type of data, structured data, unstructured data, semi-structured data, or open source iceberg table data. The data will be protected, will be governed, and they help you to remove data silos. With the strong data foundation, we can help you to accelerate the adoption of AI to get value out of your data by providing both the generative AI capability, but also predictive AI capability. We help you to leverage different type of open source large language model. We can allow you to train your own large language model. And also we can help you to manage the ML ops. With those strong AI model adopted, built, trained, we can also help you to scale with data applications. So those can be the lightweight applications that you create with Streamlit, with only dozens lines of code with Streamlit to use for your internal business operations, to have different type of business users to use it. Or you can consider to build a sophisticated application on top of Snowflake and then monetize this, get additional revenue stream from the data application that you built with Snowflake. So with the Snowflake data cloud environment, we have a customer around the world from different industries. So this is just a subset of the customer logos. And you can see here, even within our region, within ASEAN region, we have the largest telco company from the Philippines. We have a famous capital management company from Malaysia. We have a Singapore-based telco company, Sovereign Fund, all different organizations from different industry with different maturity level of leveraging data, with the different data regulation and protection environments, but all satisfied with the single Snowflake data cloud environment using the single platform. They are not only having a strong data foundation, but also they can get acceleration of their AI adoption and also provides data applications for non-technical users. All right. So now with this, let me hand it over to Chambun, the senior solution engineer, to give you a demo so you can see the possible of us. You can see Snowflake's capability in action. Over to you, Chambun.